All right. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. All right, we good. We good. All right. What's going on, everybody? YouTube and to say anybody else who's listening to any other stream. Anyway, what's up, everybody? so as it says here, yep. Star Striker is gonna be in Yumeko now. The one thing I do want to point out, there's not it's not going to be the same Star Striker from the previous books. Now this series right here, Star Striker, was actually put out long before I started writing Yumeko. Well, not too long. 2017 to be exact. So this was actually made, and it was going to tie in with another comic series called Brown Chronicles, but then after the first two issues of Brown Chronicles, then Yumeko was came out there, sort of I guess you could say rebooted that, or I guess just kind of redid it there since it was only two issues in. Still available along with these comics too. Yeah, still get all these comics. Like, share, subscribe, and support us on Patreon. You know the drill. But um, but yeah, but there'll definitely be some things drawn from these comics as far as reference wise, and I do haven't I actually want to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but later in the Yumiko series, there will be a Strikerverse episode where you would sort of like enter the Spider Verse, had all the multiple Spider Man or Flashpoint movies like that, where you will see multiple Star Strikers and possibly some other heroes similar to him, all team up, sort of like a multiversal thing. So yeah, that is a future project that I definitely plan to make happen in Yumiko. And with the way Yumiko is set up, that should be possible. World of dreams and imagination. Uh, multiverse, multiverse shouldn't be too difficult for that type of setting there. I mean, we got the multiverse in the MCU with the real world, so yeah, of course it'd be in a world of imagination and dreams. So anyway, so how Star Striker is going to debut in Yamiko. Well, for one thing, as I mentioned in the description box, it's going to be a lot sooner than you think. Because, yeah, I was thinking like, maybe there'd be like some hints at it and then you wouldn't see them until like very much later. But seeing as how a lot of my rough drafts are going through some rewrites, some of the stuff still staying the same in what I previously wrote in the rough draft, but like for instance in issue one, um, the scene where Brownie rescued the kids out of the abandoned supermarket. Originally, it was wrote for him to have his fire truck with him and use the fire truck as a way of defeating the Nubian. But that got changed to him in his battle suit, as shown at the end of issue one, carrying over to issue two. So the battle suit is used, and the fire truck would be with his friends hurling through space and everything, which there will be an issue that will catch up with them of where they are ending up and what they encountered before coming back to Yamiko. Um, so how would Star Trek be able to come into all this? Well, uh, once the kids get once Hiko and the others get to Brownie's house and they're about to go inside, there's a scene that I added that's not wasn't in the rough draft originally, but it's being added in there. Matter of fact, whenever I added like scenes that's already like the rough drafts are like printed out on paper. But anytime I decided like, well, I need to add a scene here, I went in my phone here and typed it in like how it was going to go. I pull out the paper rough draft like where it's going to go in there so I can know. And then, like I said, I always have my phone when I'm doing my illustrations there. So that way I can know, okay, at this point I need to switch over to the phone to illustrate this in. A lot of, and to be honest, the illustrations kind of cause some changes too there. So it's kind of a cross between my ideals changing automatically and some of the illustrations because he had incidents like that, minor incidents like that with Bubblina. Pretty much most everything did stay the same because Christina wrote that, so we wanted to keep definitely keep it like she wanted it, but there were which and like I said, I made her aware of that, just to make sure, it wasn't like, well, I don't want that in there, make sure on the same page, and well, maybe if she don't want that, maybe we okay, kind of work it out. So with that, yeah, there were minor changes made when the illustrations came up of Alina, illustration process. So same with Yumeko, but along with other changes as well. So how Star Striker is going to get into all this? He's the added scene right after Hiko and his friends. Uh, ooh, good. Boy, perfect mix is quick. They already got their Iron Man 3 reaction. I got to watch that now. I'll watch that a little later. But so how he's going to come into all this? The added scene. So Star Striker. I mean, sorry. Hiko and his friends. They go into Brownie's house. Everybody, they all settle in, and well, as they're going to Brownie's house, there'll be a scene transition, and this is kind of something I also tend to try to do in a lot of stuff that I write. And even Christina does it too in Bubblina. That she kind of, like I say, kind of got into it because of me. So we try to do, and I think we kind of picked it up from shows we've watched and stuff like that. But it is pretty helpful to have slight scene transition. That's why a lot of times, especially Disney Channel shows, you be seeing like a main plot and a small subplot just to sort of put in between certain scenes and stuff. So, so the scene cut would go over to back to the abandoned store. Originally, the abandoned store was going to blow up, but it didn't. It's still in one piece. So Penubian is in his little office upstairs, up in that store, talking with Ramon Rabah, and the first thing Ramon's like, let me bring it up on. Let me bring it up in my notes here. No, I don't need my reminders. I need to be reminded. Okay, so Ramon, he said it's a failure. This failure is all your fault. I specifically told you to obliterate Brownie B. Brown and his friends, and then when you had your chance and you disobeyed my orders, you failed me again. And now he's aligned himself with 4 human children who could possibly be a bigger threat to our operations. Now, keep in mind about Ramon, Penubian's boss, or Punymon, as my big sis Casey would call him. But in the book, I write Puny Man instead of like sometimes they'll call him Puny Man because she was calling him Punymon. And so I put Puny Man in the book because if I put Punymon, it'd be copyright from Digimon and all that. So or Pokemon possibly, but probably more so Digimon. So the reason Ramon sees the kids as a threat because remember this is a world of imagination and dreams, and like I say, dreams and imagination can come pretty much from either kids or adults. But out of the two, who is the most that would more than likely especially back in the 90s and stuff like 90s and on back, more likely the kids. Now, like I say, of course, like I say, adults can have an imagination too, because like I say, especially nowadays, us on YouTube playing with reviewing toys and movies and stuff like that, and looking at kid films and reacting to them. But yeah, more likely kids are going to be more imaginative, especially ones coming up, mostly coming up in that time period that this story's taking place in. So Penubian, so yeah, Penubian's like, yeah, we we really got to get on our game here if we want to get rid of those kids as well as that little puppy for the brownie. So, Benubian's like, well, give me another chance. Ramon's like, well, no, I got a better idea. Around the same time that those kids showed up, some more kids appeared, and different in different parts of Yumeko. One of them is at the mayor's house, and he brings up a picture of this kid. This kid that he brings the picture up of is Angela Adams. Well, I think I'm going to say Angela Pierre. I'm going to go by Pierre as her last name instead, because of her sister Monet that will show up later as well. So yeah, it's confirmed that Angela is around here, and we know that they're going to go after her, and she's at the mayor's house. So Ramon says that when everybody's asleep, I want you to kidnap her, and she will be our hostage in order to force Brownie and his friends to surrender as our prisoner, surrender to us as a prisoner. So, and all his friends will stay out of our way. Surely even you can't screw that up, Pewdie Man. Probably should add that, but yeah, I probably will. Be Pewdie Man. So Penubian is like after the call ins, everything, or however is he speaking to him. I'll figure it out in the illustration. Uh, so Penubian's like he really wants to be. He's more focused on getting that brownie because there's some that Brownie got in his way with that he's really got a grudge against Brownie on there. And that's so he's fixated on coming after Brownie. So he said, I'm just gonna get somebody else to kidnap that girl for me, and then I'll finally be able to destroy those other kids and that little puppy too. Oh wait, was the Oz reference? I'll be able to destroy those kids. I get little puppy too. And ironic because I when I imagine Penubian speaking, I imagine him his voice sounding like Jim Carrey when he played Robotnik in Sonic. And we know in this those guys seen my wife and I's review of Sonic 2, there's a scene where he did a Wizard of Oz reference and he say, I'm gonna get you, you little sheriff. I can get the dog too. Sonic coming. That'd be funny if I did that and Knuckles really came up. I was like, whoa, 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 where'd you come from? So yeah. After he states that, a whoosh goes by him, and he's like, "What is that?" And he looks down, and he notices his pants are gone, and he ain't got, and in the place of just his boxers. Oh boy! And of course, screams, and that's when it's revealed that Star Striker is on the roof of the store. So he rushed by and snatched Penubia's pants off there as a way of messing with her, kind of. I guess you could say, sort of pranking him a little bit there. Because Star Striker can be a little bit of a trickster. Yeah, he's a superhero, but he got a little tricksterness in him there. Yeah, because remember they are kids there. So yeah, there is that. I think that's pretty much how he'll and from there there will be he would I think he will meet up with some of the other kids with Hiko and the others. Then of course you will have some issues focused on them. And see, one reason of bringing Star Striker into Yumeko instead of like an individual series, because at first I was gonna make like an individual Star Striker and the Rise of Heroes, where Star Striker's adventures would be taking place in the real world while Hiko and his friends were in Yumeko. But I figured this would be better because of the stuff that Star Striker encounters would be better integrated with Yumeko. Plus, with them all in the same thing, sort of like how DuckTales 2017 version has that expanded universe where they got Darkwing Duck, Chip and Dale, and Goof Troop, and all them mixed in the same universe. Yeah, see, that saves people from, okay, now I gotta read this issue of Yumiko. Okay, now put that down. Now I gotta read this issue of Star Striker. Both of these comics are in the same universe. Now I could do now. I mean, I'm not saying that can't that. I mean that not saying that is exactly wouldn't be doable. I mean, because you got different movies of the MCU and all in one continuity, but thing with at least from my perspective, with especially being a book series, and not a lot of you guys probably know much about what I'm writing and stuff. So yeah, so a lot of y'all are kind of probably new to this. So yeah, kind of want to make it a little easier to keep up with it by you know yeah just putting different all in one particular series, issue after issue, okay, like that. And see, like now, see, like with the MCU, yeah, of course, those are movies. So yeah, it's a little different with that perspective there. But yeah, with the books, yeah, you probably again, it could be done the same way. But yeah, I think, yeah, really thinking about it, I think it would be I think the movies are not quite as confusing. Although I guess at this point, yeah, it's the matter. Okay, because you got so many of them out after, especially after the end game with these little Disney Plus series like She Hulk and all that, and you try to figure like, okay, what order do I need to watch all this in? Especially somebody that maybe just coming into it after the first 10 years, for example. So yeah, so this actually would make it a lot easier, and I think it would be now, because like I said, the movies and a mix of series with the MCU. But if I think, yeah, probably if it was all like everything in the MCU movies was just a complete series, like the whole enchilada, they probably could do what I'm doing, where they just give it one that Earth's Mightiest Heroes, like something like that, or Ultimate Avengers, yeah, and then you have all your different Marvel stuff in one series there. So yeah, that could be yeah. So yeah, that could be doable, but yeah, I guess in terms of movies, yeah, I guess you kind of got to do it the other way. So yeah. So anyway, that's and I think another thing I want to mention, when Star Striker like comes, with like possible, he it's either going to be with Hiko and his friends, or with some other with the other kids like Angela them. But when Star Striker's origin story is revealed, this in Yumiko, it's gonna be it's gonna be based off of an old VHS home movie I made. In this VHS, I call myself trying to be a superhero, of course, but I didn't go under the name Star Striker. I went under the name Cape Avenger or Master Avenger, and the reason I say "or" is because if you were to look at this home video and everything, yeah, you would probably hear. Sometimes you would hear me say Cape Avenger. Sometimes you hear me say Mask Avenger. I think I wrote Cape Avenger on the VHS. So yeah, I never stayed with the same there. I was like in eighth grade though back then. So yeah, in that little short film, there was an alien invasion, a ghost alien, which really was one of my giant Garfield plush with a sheet over him. So Garfield got to play the role of the ghost alien. Ghost alien played by Garfield Cat, who also became my co-host when I did my own version of You Pick Live in high school. Good times, good times. As Croak say in Emperor New Groove, good times, good times. so so anyway, with that, Ghost Alien showed up and it's like, "Ooh, I'm invading the Earth." Whoa. Not much. What didn't give much plot to it because again, eighth grade. So then you cut to me. I'm like, I wonder what's going on today. I randomly turn on the radio and hear about the invasion of the ghost alien. I think it was mentioned that he was that the ghost alien was invading in the field, like fields or something. Sort of making me think of the movie Signs with the cornfields, except there wasn't no crop circles. Of course, even if there was, I don't know how I would make that back then. so, um, so yeah. So then it was like, this sounds like a job for the cake vendor. I mean, the master vendor, whichever one I said. And I put my bath down, mask on. The camera's in black and white, so yeah, it worked. So yeah, I go out. I face the ghost alien. Boom, bam, 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 and but then he escapes, and we don't know his identity. And then the episode just, and then the short film ended. So yeah, so it's based off of that. But there's a little something I'm adding to that inspiration for Star Trek's origin, which would play over to something much bigger later in Yumeko. Um, the ghost. First of all, it wouldn't actually be a ghost, but they would it's be a the aliens would be an organization known as the Vantamcons, the Vantacons. Yeah, the reason they call themselves that because they consider they are known to operate similar to ghosts. They're not actually ghosts, but they operate like ghosts because it's hard to catch these guys, and it's almost like where'd they go? Sort of like that disappearing trick that Batman does. Like Batman be standing here. I'll I'll look into this. Appreciate that. Just so anyway, I hate it when he does that. Yeah, I remember they made a joke of that in Justice League. Flash was there for some reason. Oh wow, they just vanished. That was rude. And then I think one of the CGI Lego films did that. Superman was still standing there. He was supposed to be substituting for Batman. So, anywho, so yeah, the Phantom Cons um they're gonna be like these different machine a group of machine animals, which is also similar to another thing. That's why I say it's gonna play later in Yumiko. There's another group of robot animals called the Wildimals, and robot called the Wildimals. And the thing is, see, the Wildimals, they just chilling and trying to keep the peace. They ain't trying to bother nobody. But the Phantom Con, they want to invade any planet that has organic life and take it over for their own, and that's why they came to Earth. But Star Striker puts a stop to them in his origin story after getting his powers, and I'm debating on this. I like I say, I may go through with this idea, but I'm thinking that some of Star Striker's rogue gallery of villains like Arcturus, and his family, like his wife, Octilia, and then his son Octobraid, because he got tentacles on his head, like the way a person have braids on their head. Don't ask. And his daughter Octaria, and then of course some other like Ice Squid and stuff like that. But I'm thinking they're probably gonna all be robots there, alien robot part of the Bantamcon organization. And yeah, they are probably the ones, probably Arcturus that is probably the one that came there. And this is the reason I thought of doing this, which I might do, is because in the '04 Star Striker series, Star Striker faced Arcturus and his family. They were humans that became octopus mutants, and Octobraid invented these robot tentacles that attacked Star Striker in a few episodes there. So, and also it was in my another book series of mine called Heroes of Dreams. So yeah, probably makes sense that they all be robots. Yeah, robots invent robots. I mean, it works for Transformers. So yeah, there would be that. That would be kind of Star Striker's origin facing this group of Phantom Cons, and they report back to the rest of them on the planet, and be like, hmm, this kid, Star Striker. And now, with the event of Yumeko going on, Brownie's friends that were in the first issue with him at the very beginning on the space exploration, they when after hurling through space, this is where they'll end up by accident on the planet of these Phantom Cons, and be attacked by some of them, which are in the form of robot crabs, a reference to another short film of mine, Landago in Space. And of course they'll get out of it and everything. But now there'll be two groups of Phantom Cons, one coming after Brownie's friends and one going to Yumeko to try to get Brownie himself. But they're gonna end up running into Star Striker. Oh yeah. So that'll start with that. That's how we get this little piece of that playing into this. So yes, quite a bit. Yes, quite a bit that's going to be going on with your boy Star Striker coming into your Miyako. Yeah, this is actually a really good way. I think this is actually the best way to bring Star Striker into the fold. Consider not saying that the other ways were bad, but see the big difference with the other ways that Star Striker has started his own thing. Basically, he started his own thing because like like this comic series, it started with Star Striker. This was the first comic book that I actually illustrated after making novels, the Heroes of Dream novel series, and in that one, Samuel, aka Star Striker, was the one that started that series and led to other superheroes and whatnot. And it was gonna go further, but yeah, it kind of got a little cluttered and everything, or at least cluttered, and also ideal wise, yeah, it was kind of getting a bit much. And I think another thing, um, because when I started this, originally this was meant to be a comic book version of Heroes of Dreams, and then turned into its own thing like this. Then helping Christina with Bubblina, Brown Chronicles, and now Yumeko, which seemed like, yeah, it's like, okay, this is the way to set the universe here. So yeah, uh, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna show you those of y'all who haven't seen my previous videos, of course. This is okay. You got your boy Samuel here. Now, how he's gonna look? Now you'll see how I'm gonna make him look for you, Miko. But it, before I decided to bring him into Yumeko, and I was doing like a reboot of his comic series to be in universe with Yumeko, but still be, its own sort of like Static Shock for the Justice League series, which he still kind of be that. This was the look I was gonna go with, which doesn't look bad, but you compare it to say like Hiko's hairstyle, yeah, kind of looks similar. Plus, I actually kind of like this style. So yeah, I just spoiled it. Yeah, he's gonna look similar to this, but I'll show you in a second. Though that was gonna be his Star Striker suit from that series there, and this was gonna be his boy Brian. Kind of got similar hairstyle to him. Now there is a redoing of Brian. We'll get to that. Oh yeah, we're getting to that now. So then I tried to redo Brian with some dreadlocks. They're little short dreadlocks, which kind of like, which first you kind of think, well, yeah, kind of odd there, odd choice. Someone like Brian. And then this is going to be Angela, Star Striker's love interest here, sort of his Lois Lane there. Cute, isn't she? And her sister Monet Chanel Pierre, aka Diva Slay, and of course thing about that. In the Star Striker series right here, they were not sisters because when I was finishing up, I think finishing up the third issue of Star Striker and about to get to the fourth one, Angela, a friend of mine that I went to school with, who Angela is actually based off of, read through my comics and was like, hey, let me add a character in there for you, and that's where Monet came from midway in that Star Striker series. So with this restart, gonna definitely do better of getting having both of them, and then that's what I figured. Well, let's just make a sister because when I first designed Monet, she pretty much looked exactly like Angela except with some freckles, and it was almost like they were clones there. So, well, twins, yeah. So like, yeah, why not just make them twin sisters? Yeah, and also God rest her soul there because Angela actually, those if y'all don't know this from previous videos, yeah, she passed in 2019 due to a car wreck. This matter of fact, right before the sixth issue of that Star Trek series came out, and I was calling to bring the book over to her so she could see how her character had really, in action and everything, and she didn't get to see it there. So yeah, it was really tragic finding that out there, especially yeah, like especially coming home from church too. Like, oh my, like what? Yep, but at least her spirit, Angela, will able to will be able to live on in her characters there, as especially with this remaking here. Not sure if I'm gonna use this character or not. This is somebody I just kind of came up with called EJ. Not sure if I'll use him or not. There. Now, this was gonna be Shelia, but I'm definitely going to be redoing that picture to make it look a little better. Now, she is kind of especially the person that she based off of is kind of on the plus side, but I feel like even for someone that's plus size, because I mean I'm plus size too myself, but I could, but it's like yeah, it's good that I'm actually doing this redo of bringing them in Yumeko. So yeah, I'm definitely when Shelia is introduced, yeah, I'm gonna make sure she looks a lot better than this. There, this is okay. This is okay and everything, but for the character, I think that could look a little better. I mean, yeah, like I say, it's not completely bad, but just for the sake of that particular character, yeah. Hmm. And then of course, Star Striker's mother, who is an officer, yeah, Lisa Princeton, yeah. And let's see, wrong page. I'm not licking my lips. Why so many people be licking their lips? It's so nasty. Now we got some of the villains, of course. The human form of Octobraid before he mutates. Now, of course, it's probably going to be different if they end up being robots. Yeah. I probably go with this Octobraid design here, even as a robot. There, I mean, that is fierce looking. Look at that. I'm like, yeah. So that's pretty wicked. There's another term I want to use, but trying to keep this PG, as Woody say. Uh, there's a preschool toys watching. Getting kind of tense, aren't you, Woody? This was going to be the human form of Puma, which would now this is probably someone a character that might not be a robot. Uh, Warthog form there, but I might make some changes to his design because remember I mentioned earlier, Penubius said he was going to call somebody to kidnap Angela for him while he goes after Brownie. So I'm thinking that the two that the people that he called is probably gonna be Puma and this guy right here who becomes the page will turn as the page turns who become Racker. Yeah. So yeah, those two are probably going to be the ones that Penubian calls to take care of the kidnapping, and be the first one of the first villains in the Miyako series officially that Star Trek will encounter in order to protect Angela. And I'm kind of thinking that the two of them are going to be like illegal wrestlers, and that's the reason I say illegal because they do these underground fights, like that, like where Peter Parker went to try to win some quick money. The Tobey Maguire Spider Man, the cage match with Bonesaw is ready. Hey, freak show, you going nowhere? I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. You will step into a Slim Jim. I had to do that, but because that's the beat, that's the Slim Jim guy. Oh boy! So now this was another. This could be a possibility. I mean, I'm going to redraw a lot of this anyway, but this could be possibly something to go with for Brian. I never did get around to getting this outline there. I guess I got working on other stuff, but y'all can see that. Yeah, yeah, quite a little lighter than that ink in there, and chances are this is probably gonna this now it might be different, but this was one idea I had for his costume because Brian becomes a hero known as Target there. And I sort of thought about the Mega Man design a little bit there, but like I said, it could be something else. It just all depends on what cover. You never but being in this world of dreams and imagination, hey, that could be possible. As well as also Hastum here, which is a little robotic spider that they have there. Oh, now, now to show you real quick what what Star Striker and Angela are gonna look like in the series. That's the only two that I got because I gotta really get buckle down on this because I really want to get a lot of this second issue out no later than next month. So at least like because I gotta work on issue number 6 of Bubblina for a very special reason. I'm not gonna tell you why or what it is, but you'll find out when that comes out. But yeah, I want to definitely have this done by no later next month. Issue 2 of Yumeko and issue 6 of Bubblina Illustrated. Uh, but it's a pretty sub. You'll know when he gets there. So this right here, if y'all can make it out, and my page just stopped flipping because yeah, I gotta get it out. Gonna draw some other sketches and then have them all outlined. But yeah, this is gonna be Star Trek's new look, sort of similar to how I first made him in '04, mixed with a few other variations of him and some slight updates there. Yeah, so they're looking real tough and everything. He gonna strike like a star, the Streetport Defender in your Miyako. And now this is the best design of Angela that I have actually drawn here. Oh boy, as yeah, this going no. You think Star Striker was going head over heels for her ever since the Star Striker comic series? This version right here, Star Striker gonna turn into the Animaniacs. Hello, nurse. Oh boy, boingy, 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 boingy. So it's gonna be something here. It's gonna, yep. So pretty much what I've got there. That's all I got. And I'll wrap this up there. Gotta go pick up the wife from work and take care of some things, which will also involve more work with this comic series, Yumeko. And yeah, that's also the reason why you guys haven't got well, I haven't done any other reactions. I should have mentioned this earlier, but this is I know. Let's see, I gotta fit. I will finish up the reactions to Transformers. The Transformers War for Cybertron. I got 4 episodes left in chapter 2, and then chapter 3. I'm gonna finish that. I will finish that up before June, as well as also Yumiko issue 2 being out no later than the end of May. So that's two things that I plan to have finished by May. Um, and as far as the Yu-Gi-Oh reactions, if I haven't said it before, I plan to finish up Yu-Gi-Oh season 1 by before this year is over, and also before this year is over, I plan to finish up the manga of Yu-Gi-Oh up to the Death Tea and the role play episode with Bakura. So um, that way I come back. That way, when I come back to it, it'll be at the Duelist manga art and season 2 of the anime Yu-Gi-Oh series, which might be a while. So that's why I said I'm trying to finish up at least those story arcs. So yeah, I can at least have a story arc finished. Because like I say, next year, yeah, gonna matter of fact, probably between September and October. Yeah, I plan to, as I say, start have Christina, plan as they get the first baby in there. So that way, summer of next year, have the first little kid. Then yeah, that's kind of why I say it will be a while after season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh and that manga. Why it might be a while before I come back to it, because not exactly kid friendly. It's more adult with the manga and stuff. So got to do kid stuff for a while, which we've done some kid stuff even now, so that's not too difficult. Um, but yeah, pretty much that. Um, but yeah, because of this, trying to do this book, yeah, that's one reason why. Yeah, yeah, and see any recent reaction videos. So yeah, War for Cybertron definitely will be finished up before June, and like I say, then of course so on and so on. And I do plan to do the reaction to the Power Ranger special this Wednesday. So yeah, probably be like Wednesday evening or Wednesday night. But yeah, I do plan to watch that because like I say, um I'll be off work that Thursday after that. So yeah, so after I come home from work Wednesday, get all relaxed and everything, I'll be able to let's watch some Power Rangers. It will probably be a reaction or review. I'm not sure yet, but like I say, you will be hearing me talk about the Power Rangers this Wednesday. So yeah, that's probably be a live stream to save on time. Yeah, because especially because like I said, I try to do a lot of these in live stream like this. That way, my most of my royal talks and also toy reviews, stuff like that, can be on camera. Yeah, stuff like that with the edit, with processing and stuff like that. But these live streams are a lot for stuff like this and get it out a lot quicker though. So I sort of do both. So yeah. So yeah, that let you know where I've been, why I ain't been reacting recently. Cause trying to work with the comic and also dealing with our work schedule and also some other things, some other business stuff happening with me and wifey. Yeah, there's some personal stuff. Yeah, so but yeah, like I said, I ain't forgot about it. And speaking of forgot about it, I Black Nerd. I want to see the rest of your She-Hulk reactions. Like I said, I know you've probably been away doing something for a while, but I mean, you back on doing, reacting to Barbie trailers, stuff like that. That's all good. But I want you to finish up your She-Hulk thing, and I like seeing your reaction to She-Hulk, and I want you to finish that up, buddy. Oh, there's that, and nothing else. We will see y'all later. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, buy some comic books, and support us on Patreon. Also, you can sponsor a video. Just be sure to holler at me about how you can do that. Just like the way my boy King's Barbecue did, and also my boy Keon did. And nothing else said. We will see you guys later. Take care, everybody.